everyone. Welcome to the King of Anime podcast. The only studio where... the only podcast, sorry, where, I forgot to brush my teeth today.
What?
Yep.
We're a studio now?
This has to be like the top 5 worst intros.
I
agree.
Listen, it's not like I fell asleep, okay, and then woke up.
You fell asleep brushing your teeth?
No. You know, I took a nap, and, yeah. It's like, I think, like 30 minutes ago. Listen! I'm fumbling this intro really bad.
This is the best intro we've ever done.
You became Power from Chainsaw Man. We understand.
That's what it feels like.
Behold my power.
No, but King of Anime podcast today, of course, is January 23rd, which means that we've had a week, and I am all caught up.
It's a
I watched
miracle.
everything. I watched it all last night, and some of it today. So, yeah, I did good. I actually watched some of it in my server, believe it or not. I think I watched Trigun Stampede with a couple people.
So how does your schedule go with watching the anime that we had to watch, EA? Do you watch it as it comes out, or do you watch it all in bulk in one day?
I've been so busy as hell lately, so I just watch it all in one sitting. So, like last night, I was, I had the code Geass going on Netflix, and then Trigun Stampede was on Hulu, and then all the places I couldn't support via streaming services, I did otherwise. If you know what I mean.
You had to do what you had to do. We understand.
That's right. And Vinland Saga is also on Netflix. You can watch it the same day it comes out. It's awesome.
Yeah. Typically what I do, what I'm doing at least for this season is because I don't really... It's some shows that I watch as soon as it comes out just because I'm super interested in. So this time around, what I do is I watch Code Geass on Sunday, the day before we do the podcast. And then I usually watch everything else the same day.
Oh.
So, I watch everything in bulk.
When does Buddy Daddies come out?
I think it comes out like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. It's one of the earlier ones that comes out.
Buddy Daddy Wednesdays. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And then To Your Eternity comes out like Saturdays or something like that. We're in a weird schedule where everything is kind of spread out over the course of the week. So, yeah.
Are we gonna watch Nagatoro?
I mean, don't you not like Nagatoro?
Yeah, and I kind of already read it, so I could watch that whenever I want.
It's also just not. I don't think it's a show for us to do on a podcast. As much as I like it, because I watched Nagatoro today. It's just not a series that really warrants any discussion. Honestly, it's just a fun series. That's really all it is to it.
If anything, it's enough. It's enjoyable to watch C go, I hate this.
I mean, I don't hate it that much. Not as much as I used to, at the very least. I used to really hate it because it was just everywhere.
Yeah, we should go back to the tape when I told Satsuki that I was reading it, and he said, "You're caught up?" And we were both giggling like little schoolgirls, and then C's just like, "I hate this."
I feel like our conversation on it would just boil down to, "Oh, that's cute. Oh, wait. Okay, Senpai kind of grew a little here. Oh, yeah. Okay, Nagatoro's doing a teaser thing. Kimochi, Kimochi. All right.
Kimo.
Yeah. Well, are we still live? I feel like we're just having this is weird, like just a regular conversation.
Yeah, no one cares about us anymore. Let's just talk about ourselves.
I agree. So, as always, I guess 500 subscribers. We are sort of close. We're like about 300, but we actually have the community tab now. I didn't realize it was like 200 for the community tab. They changed it. Yeah.
Right when I got it at 500. Bastards.
Yep. Brutal. But, should we get into viewer questions?
Let's do it.
It depends. Is it Marvel related?
I
don't think we have any of those.
I'm ready.
We should bring him back. We should bring back those questions.
No, we shouldn't.
All right, never mind. Okay.
We need more DC.
So,
viewer
questions. First question.
Love that intro.
Is out of these 4, who would you spend the day with?
Oh, more day spending.
Rem from Risero, Tatsumaki, One Punch Man, Megumi, Food Wars, and Toka Kirishima from Tokyo Ghoul. Who is Megumi in Food Wars again?
She's the blue-haired one.
Yeah,
the really nice one.
Mm-hmm. She's so sweet.
I don't think I got far enough to know what that character is. Actually.
She's in the first season.
Yeah.
I only watched
I'll show
one episode.
A picture.
Well, I only watched one episode of that, so yeah.
You would probably like her.
Oh yeah, her, the main chick.
She's not the main girl. But...
I would say she's like the third one. She's one of the main girls, but Erina's the main girl.
Yukihira Soma is the main protagonist because everyone says his name like that. Yukihira Soma.
So, I think it's probably gonna be Megumi from Food Wars then, just because you think about it, like the first one, they're gonna copyright strike you into oblivion. The second one, you're in. If you're spend the day with Tatsumaki, you may get to see Fubuki.
No,
she would just like esper us into a wall or something.
Yeah, Tatsumaki would probably just beat you up or something.
She's so powerful.
As she is.
We're gonna have to call Saitama on her. We're gonna go, Saitama, Tatsumaki's bullying us. Oh no, even better. She's taking away your video games. That will really piss him off.
You know,
I don't know. Those 4. I think Tatsumaki is the worst choice. This is not talking about character-wise because I like Tatsumaki the most out of everybody on this list. It's either out of Megumi or Toka. Although I haven't read the manga for Tokyo Ghoul, so I don't know her character that well. But if you're just saying spend a day with, I feel like Megumi is the best one. I mean, it's literally a chef.
That's what I was thinking. Because Rem, she's just gonna like
she's
clean
also
all the time.
A demon.
True. She's you piss her off one way, she's gonna like take that mace and just like crush your balls. If you mention you like cat boy,
well, you put it that way, I'm a little more interested.
Rem, I like cat boys. Cat boys.
Now that you mention that too, Toka's kind of a ghoul.
Oh yeah, she eats people.
Yeah,
Fuck.
So I feel like Megumi is the only rational choice now. She's the only normal human.
Yeah.
I'd be like, Megumi, make me a steak. And I'm not sexist.
Alan Bell, I don't think that's really an unpopular opinion. A lot of people like Tatsumaki. I think more people like Tatsumaki than Fubuki. But if you're talking about look-wise, then that's a different story.
Sure.
Character-wise, more people like Tatsumaki than Fubuki.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, legal lollies are still kind of illegal in my eyes.
I will say, Murata has, in recent chapters, I would say ever since the last arc of One Punch Man, drawn Tatsumaki more curvy. So I don't even know if she fits the lolly thing anymore.
I mean, God bless that man.
Yeah.
Yusuke Murata, you're a real one.
There was that. She definitely upgraded in a lot of areas.
Yeah. I mean, that's what happens after you save the world. You know, you
just get thick.
You just get thick.
I need to save the world.
Well, next question.
Me too.
Out of these 4, which would you spend the day with? Same. Okay.
I sense a theme.
Ghislaine, Hana, Misa, or Himiko Toga?
Oh my god, Toga's a terrible option.
Well, Hollow would enjoy that one. Hollow would love that one.
Who's Himiko Toga?
That's the vampire girl.
Yeah.
Who changes into people.
Yeah, she likes to lick blades.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the one with the big old sweater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a weirdo. Misa Jar Jar Binks. I don't know. She was Light's girlfriend, right?
Yeah, Misa's actually not a bad choice.
And I don't know Hana. Is Hana the P girl?
One. She's the P girl.
Okay, because I know there's one with like humongous, gigantic, ginormous boobs.
That's Mako.
Like, oh my god, like those are the ones that
sensing a theme here.
Bounce basketball.
I think I know who asked these questions. This gotta be Light Ruler.
Might be, but I don't know.
What about Ghislaine though? She can crush things with her ass.
Well, the thing is, you know, urine girl, and then you have blood girl. Both are liquids.
What
is saying?
Is that more enticing to you because your name's C? Why did you say that?
No.
I'll take it as long as there's any body of water.
Anybody.
Preposterous.
Wow.
But yeah, I'm going with Ghislaine. So there you go.
Yes, out of Ghislaine or Misa, I feel like Misa would be a fun person to be around. She was an idol, so
she could sing, and then Ghislaine, she would just tell you war stories and drink and fight.
It's probably just like never stop smelling bad, too.
She just needs a little hit of water and a spray of Axe. She'll be okay.
Yeah. I feel like if you want to chill, you go with Ghislaine. If you want to have fun, you go with Misa.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, there you go. Lightroll in the chat says, "Nah, I don't watch Food Wars." Well, next question. Describe the perfect date you would have with Yamai? I would take her to an amusement. This is not me saying this, by the way. This clearly Light Roller?
Yes.
I would take her to an
nobody likes
amusement where we could ride the rides together. That's a really redundant way to say that. And end the day with an ankle bracelet as a present, where I would get on my knees to remove socks and put it on her feet, where it would submit our love. But
I'm disturbed.
Why?
That's very descriptive, with a lot of grammatical errors.
The thing too, all he had to do was say describe the perfect date you will have with your mind, and then that's it. But he went on to explain what his perfect date would be.
His sick fuck of a perfect of a situation.
The perfect date with Yamai is me calling her and saying I changed my mind, and then sitting at home and going to sleep. That's the perfect date.
My perfect date with Yamai is actually going on that date, going to a restaurant, fancy, expensive restaurant, eating all the stuff. I tell her, you can have whatever you want. You can eat whatever you want. It's on me. And then
you have to go to the bathroom.
Correct. Then I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I never come back.
You tell her like a fake name.
My name's Bill.
Bill what? Bill
Nye.
Bill Nye, the science guy.
Bill. So good.
That's my perfect date. I mean, hey, free food for me.
Good point. Yeah. Next question. If you were to write an anime/manga, what genre would you do it with?
Oh, everybody should know what mine would be. It would be girls' love, because I want there to be better girls' love series out there.
What a white cisgendered male.
What does that even mean?
It's very insensitive.
I would go outside the norm, and I would just be different. I mean, this season is a great example of, like, there's so many damn isekais. Enough with the isekais. We've had enough. We've had it up to here with it. Why don't we see something different? Like, and no high school drama stuff either.
Oh.
Why not? Sasuke, I know I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry. Why not something with more adults in it? And I mean, like, adults acting like adults with sex and actual problems and just unique stuff like that. Like, if I was to do a drama, I would focus it around adults, because I feel like we don't have enough of those in manga or anime. And I've always wanted to see one that involves, like, UFC cage fighting. I know we have Hajime no Ippo and all that other stuff, but I want to see an actual cage fighting anime and actually have it, like, look good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a cool one. Sure. Last question. What are y'all thoughts on winter anime shows being delayed? And is COVID-19 a direct blame, or the studios putting on more than they can handle? This is what happened with Nier. Nier had I think its first 2 episodes, and then they just announced that it's indefinitely on delay because of COVID-19. But apparently this has been happening with other studios as well.
Yeah. So the answer is pretty easy. I mean, COVID is the reason for some anime. And I've even seen, like, recently, like, a manga on hiatus because the mangaka got COVID. So some, yeah, sure, is because of COVID. And yes, some studios are, putting a little too much on their plate. That's, of course, not the norm around the industry, but yeah, for sure, it's definitely a factor in some things getting delayed.
Yeah, definitely that. And, I just think fatigue and taking on more than you can chew definitely is something that adds to it as well. Because wasn't there, like, one show where it was called, like, My Uncle from Another World or something? Like, it got delayed because, and that was, like, 2 seasons ago, because of, like, they couldn't handle it.
You know what? A show we're watching this season, the episode we're talking about today from it, The Fire Hunter, has a lot of production issues in it. Like,
it shows by looking at it.
It was really bad. It was really bad.
God.
It was like they did, like, it was one step away to being like you can see, like, the animator's hand in frame or something. They were drawing it. Like,
when I was watching it, it reminded me of the thing Satsuki watched, Japan Sinks or whatever. I was literally having cold sweats, like, going, no.
Just I see the GIF of the man in the wheelchair shooting the arrow.
No, not this thing where the kid just gets crushed.
He talked, EA. It's a miracle.
And then just out of fucking nowhere. Oh my god. So stupid.
QRW6 said, "What up, KOA? I finished watching Magia Record, the Madoka Magica spinoff. They will never know their record, but the last scene with the protagonist handling the record god Madoka was sentimental." I'm surprised you finished that. I watched maybe like 4 episodes of it when it came out, and my interest in it was zapped. Whenever they had some concept in it, like some friendship stairs, and once I got to that, I said, okay, peace. I'm out.
Okay. Well, I guess we should now move on to Nakama Club for this week, which I guess Satsuki will explain what we're doing. We're watching episodes 2 to 4.
Yes.
There's like a graph or something.
Yes. All right. So
there's a giraffe.
We could get one of those too for KO, right? We have the budget.
I love giraffes.
So the episodes go. Let me see if I still have it in my notes. Oh wait, maybe I don't. I know I have it in I wrote it in the chat, pinned somewhere. But the schedule so far has been episode 1, and this week is going to be 2 and 4. All right, because I kind of want to match Code Geass up to the anime that we're watching. You know, because it's 25 episodes, so we kind of had to watch more than one at a time. But there are some key episodes that I feel that we can't skirt by, so I want to end it off on certain episodes. Like, I looked through everything to make sure, like, okay, this is the right episode I want us to stop at. But so far, episode 1, episodes 2 and 4. Next week, episodes 5 through 7, episodes 8 through 10, episodes 11 through 13, episodes 14 through 16, episodes 16 through 18, episodes 19 to 22, and then episodes 23 to 24, and then the final episode is going to be on its own. So that's how the schedule looks. With it, we would be done within, and you know, typically 12 weeks for these shows, because most things are going to be 12 episodes. So we should be done in the same time that everything gets done. So that's the schedule. So if anybody wants to watch along with us, Code Geass, that's how you would have to watch it. So if, for example, you want to watch or you want to hear our thoughts on it and you haven't watched it before, you don't want to get spoiled, by next week you would need to be done with episode 7. So that's how it goes. Or you could just watch it all if that's really what you want to do.
Yeah. Or you just watch the recap movies and be totally satisfied.
Ew. Don't do that.
Those exist?
Yeah, they had recaps.
They did?
Yep.
I never knew that.
Well, it was more of a recent thing. For the I think god awful sequel movie they recently did. So there you go. Code Geass episode 2. What'd you guys think about this one?
Whoa, Sekai Sae wo
Yes.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's great. We got to see more Lelouch being a badass. You know, he really is like really good at like strategizing and planning things out. Like it shows, and of course it helps to have, you know, a magical eye that'll make you do stuff. But you know, hey,
See, you're not talking about the most important part. Like, Lelouch, Mamouche. Like, who cares? The real star of the show is the Pizza Hut.
Oh, I don't even
Get
think
in the hut.
I don't even think I saw that.
It was two. It was two in these 3 episodes.
I guess this is when they removed it then.
You didn't see the Pizza Hut? I'll show you both times it happened. So the first time was when Nunnally rolled in, when they were having their meeting, their like student council meeting, whatever they are. Nunnally rolled in with 2 boxes of Pizza Hut. And then there was the scene where they were in the train, when Lelouch was in the train with Ogie's, Colin, like their group. And you can see a Pizza Hut sign in the back. So I'll post both of them for you.
Okay. Like, I totally would have missed that. Like, oh, look, and then there's the blind girl who doesn't sound like a little kid at all.
Yeah.
She sounds...
Brother Lelouch.
Doesn't she sound like she could be somebody's aunt or something?
Kinda,
like,
yeah.
I'm in middle school. It's like, no, you ain't. You're old enough to be somebody's mother.
Albert says, all I can say is the concept of teenage politicians kind of takes from the suspension of disbelief, but that's just me.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of... I mean, it is definitely a fantasy show. Lelouch is, I think, at this point, 16, 17, I believe.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Also, he has a power that
he could only use once.
Like, he can only use, yeah, like he has a magic ability. So
I mean, like what I liked about I really liked early Code Geass, just to see Lelouch kind of struggle with some things. So the first thing he kind of struggles with in these episodes, where we see first before I even go into that, can we talk about how sadistic Britannia is in this military?
Yeah, they're gonna wipe out an entire city block just to get something, to get someone. Yeah, they're fucked up, and then they cover it up through the media.
Yeah, like, we're not even talking about, combatants. They were killing civilians in their homes, like going door to door, just killing civilians, just to do it.
Knock knock. Here's my shotgun.
Yeah,
it's
like,
pretty bad. They
were killing children. Like, it didn't matter. It's insanity. Yeah. So you kind of see why Lelouch kind of want to overthrow these guys, because they are running some bad company over there.
Yeah, absolutely. They're like, they're psychotic. I mean, they're, of course, Lelouch would want to overthrow that.
Yeah, so that I want to mention that first, but what you see is first Lelouch kind of struggling to be a commander, because he ends up stealing one of their nightmares, and with it he's able to see their location because they have it marked. He taps into Colin's signal and instructs her of like how to win everything. And I'm actually surprised that they had Colin just immediately follow his command, because she's just listening to a voice on the radio. I guess like they were that desperate. She asked who was it and everything, but she ended up just listening to them. You would think it would be a little more resistance to her, or she would think it's a trap or something like that. But I mean, of course it did her a favor listening to Lelouch, because he was able to lead them to victory and was able to talk to the commander at gunpoint. Prince, what was his name? Is it Clovis?
Yeah, Clovis.
It's Clovis.
Prince Goldilocks.
Yeah, Clovis. And of course, since Lelouch comes from royalty, they're half brothers. Yay!
and
family reunion.
Short-lived because he just killed him right away.
It's like,
yeah, he's like, remember I beat you in chess? Yeah. All right. Oh well, actually, it was a little more in between because he asked him about the death of his mother, and according to him, the perpetrators or the people that had something to do with it were two characters who we have not seen, Schneider and Cornelia. So
that's what made his sister blind and paralyzed. No, yeah, just in a wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, in the next episode, I think is when they show that actually, and it's like it is the moment where, because like I think in this episode he's kind of like, I don't know, you're not super sure of what he's gonna do with his powers and stuff, and if he's a good or bad guy. And this is like, that was like the moment where they were like, yo, like you kind of want him to. Like there's like this motivation, you know, with his past and stuff. So always like that.
Let's see, he's just misunderstood.
I mean,
they're just evil because they're supposed to be evil.
Listen. I understand, internet contrarian. I understand.
Well, you know, after the death of Clovis, we had like a slice of life arc where it's just so funny. Like after he kills him, we just go back to the student council and Lucius just having fun. Yes, it turns into like the early part of like Doki Doki Literature Club. Everything is just fun and stuff.
Before I miss those days.
Yeah.
I wish I could replay that and totally like not know how anything works, because you know how sometimes you wish you could just blip your memory of some things.
Yeah.
Just to rewatch it or like replay it. That would be one of them.
Well, it's funny. I can replay my reaction, I guess, because I still have Doki Doki Literature Club playthroughs up on my channel.
We know. What
does that mean?
I watched some of it, and you chose my least favorite one, Natsuki.
You chose Natsuki?
Yeah, this was. You
didn't choose obviously the best one, Yuri.
I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah. Literally the best one is Yuri. Yeah,
because no one cares about Monica.
Whoa there, Bucko.
I mean, it's true. She traps you with this. She's like, "You gotta love me forever." Oh shit! You deleted me, you piece of shit.
You know how I feel about evil women.
I know. You get a boner and a chub.
Oh, it's just a boner.
Well, I'll have both of you know, actually, in episode 3, there's 2 things that I think is an important takeaway here.
Oh God, I already know what you're gonna say.
This episode should have been called Code Nipple, Lelouch of the Nipplery, episode 3.
At least this time is warranted.
There's a lot of nipples in this episode. Did you see them?
I mean,
wait,
it was
a
hard
lot.
Not to.
It was like one character, yeah.
Yeah, it was one character, and she was about to slit his wrists.
Yeah, she's just gonna kill him. How was she gonna explain that? Well, she probably wasn't.
It's like, I don't know. He just came in here and slit his wrist. I was just taking a shower.
It's like
what? She could have used that. She could have used that against Lelouch, I guess. But then the question was like, why did you? I don't know.
Well, I love that horror comedy horror film where no. What was it? Crap. It was these people are killing themselves all over our yard.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. That's like Tucker versus the Evil
Dead
or something.
Yeah.
That was a great movie.
Good one.
I feel like everybody's just killing themselves. I don't know what's going on, but I think everybody here has some problems and issues. Gotta figure out.
What's going on, Jeremy? Cold Geass is fun so far.
The next one was that Vladilena at 10:59.
What are you talking about?
And also, why are you mentioning Vladilena in a Code Geass show?
Yup. Okay. Go to 10:59 on Crunchyroll.
Oh.
You'll see it. It's
I
there.
don't even have Crunchyroll.
Why don't you just post a screenshot?
Yeah, I don't have Crunchyroll.
No. Listen.
No.
Go to 10:59. You will see Vladilena.
I refuse.
I'll do it.
I refuse to
pad for me.
Buy into your delusions.
My delusions?
Illusions, delusions, whatever.
More like Lelutions.
What? Well, besides that, that's another thing too that Lelouch was struggling with. He didn't know exactly how his powers worked. So you see him on 3 different occasions, either failing or testing it out. The first time was when he steals the nightmare. I can't for the life of me, I cannot remember her name. But he steals the nightmare from her.
From Sexy Lady?
Yeah, from Sexy Lady.
Yeah, she is sexy.
That's when he realizes that he needs eye contact to activate his powers. So, okay, figures that out. Then I think he tries to use his Geass twice on Colin. And at first he doesn't realize like what happened. He was scared that the power may have ran out. But he tested on a random teacher, and then he figures out, okay, I can only use my Geass on one person, and then that's it. Or I can only use it once on a person, and that's it. So all the people he's used Geass on before, he can never use Geass on them again. So he can't ever do that to Colin again.
Yeah, it definitely puts a kind of wrench probably into his initial reaction. Like, oh, I can just do whatever I want. But the thing is what I love about this is kind of like the start of just like where you start to notice like Lelouch can just sort of just know things because he's so smart. He immediately realizes, oh, I can't use it again. And that's what I like about his character a lot, is that it almost feels like he can read minds or see in the future at times. But when you think about it, it's like, well, that makes sense because he's just a really smart kid. Like he likes to gamble, apparently. So, and he makes mentions to chess and all this stuff. So he's a very smart guy.
Mr. Tactics?
Yes.
I do not see what you were referring to when you said Vladilena is at 10:59.
Listen,
I think you dreamt this.
I told you.
Nope.
You made me look all this for nothing.
Oh, listen.
Flying to Tennessee. Be
right
right back.
What?
Oh, well. Have a safe trip.
Okay, listen.
I upgraded to coach.
Why don't I just do next week a PowerPoint presentation proving this?
No.
I swear to God.
You're going to interrupt Code Geass time for another slideshow on Vladilena?
All right.
Technically, it's still a conversation about Code Geass because she's in the show.
It's not. I just looked.
Yeah. Listen, it's there. I'm telling you, on the right, on the Crunchyroll version.
Is Vladilena in a room with us right now? See?
No.
All right, she wasn't in the fucking episode.
She really wasn't. I looked. I saw it. There was 0.
I'm telling you, it's there.
Show
I can prove
it. Just show it.
I have to like load it up and stuff. So.
Uh huh.
Well,
I believe that, like I believe you don't have 100 pictures of Vladilita on your desktop.
And he does have that.
Yeah.
This is untrue. Do we see the slander, everyone?
This
Do we
is,
see it?
Truth. I know that's a foreign concept.
You know
but
what?
It's truth.
Next week, I will be announcing that
I swear to God.
am going to start a GoFundMe to fund a lawsuit against the King of Anime podcast.
So you're
and
gonna
its
sue
employees.
yourself? This is genius. It's a tactic no one has ever seen before.
Revolutionary.
How am I guilty?
Okay, so Suzaku, who is Lelouch's old friend, got arrested for no other reason than him being Japanese. But he is an honorary Britannian, being in the military, and we see by the end of episode 4 what his whole goal is to change Britannia from the inside, through rising up the ranks. So you see the opposing ideologies of both Lelouch and Suzaku, because Suzaku wants to do it by changing the inside, and Lelouch's whole plan is to change the world for the better, but by crushing Britannia. And honestly, while Suzaku's plan sounds all, jolly and fun and everything, I could never buy into Suzaku and his plan, because especially seeing what Britannia did in those episodes, and Suzaku was also complacent in that. They killed innocent people for no reason.
Right.
They didn't really have any purpose in mind. It was just, okay, we had to get this super weapon. Okay, this one school boy disappeared. All right, let's just kill everybody else to cover this up. What? Sometimes things are too rotten for you to salvage it, and it just needs to be destroyed.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Because for them to change it from within, you think anything's gonna happen? I mean, maybe give them some Pizza Hut, they'll change their mind, but I don't think so.
If people are following these orders and some believe in it wholeheartedly, that's not you can't change everyone's mind. Now, that's not to say that what Lelouch is doing is morally right or anything of the sort, because what he's doing is also going to get innocent people caught up in something that they may not necessarily be involved in. But I just always felt that Suzaku was too idealistic. His plan really had no plan when you think about it, because even rising up in the military, this is I believe Britannia is a monarch. So okay, you become the highest general. Okay, you have to listen to the king. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So yeah, it's really all for naught. Yeah, I mean, you could say what you want to the king, but ultimately he's got the final say, or they, she, whatever.
Yeah. But, they locked him up because they didn't want to believe that a Britannian killed Clovis, and Lelouch feels guilty about it, and also is his friend, so he goes to save him. And in doing that, this whole thing, what this leads to is one of the funniest moments in Code Geass for me. It hasn't happened yet, but like I said, it leads into it. So Lelouch pulls up in a car that is supposed to resemble what they have the hearse they have Clovis in, and him knowing Jeremiah, because that's the guy who's leading this whole thing. Him knowing Jeremiah, he knows Jeremiah is going to try to make this a show, and he's not going to immediately kill them. He's going to try to take the glory for himself. He pulls up with the car, and the fake gas weapon. Well, what they believe is to be a gas weapon, because they don't know what it actually was. He pulls up with it, declares himself as Zero, and says, Suzaku isn't the one that killed Clovis. I'm the one who did it. So that puts Zero. Yeah. Evil laugh too. So that puts Zero on the map officially to the public. So now they're knowing, like, he's like the new face of Japanese terrorists. And he says, all right, give me Suzaku and everybody gets to live. If you don't, I'm releasing this. And Jeremiah's like, hell no. And then Lelouch's like, all right, Geass, bitch. And he forces him to save or do everything in his power to make sure Lelouch and Colin and Ogi get out of there. And it is like, it hasn't happened yet, but you can imagine this is going to ruin his reputation. It is going to kill his reputation. Like, how is it going to look that you were helping a terrorist? And then he also put into everybody's mind that they had some secret deal going on, because he says, what would you do if the public were to find out about Orange? And Jeremiah's like, what the fuck? What it leads to, like I said, it's the funniest shit ever. And it's a lingering plot line. Just remember Orange. Yeah. It's hilarious.
That's pretty great. That is great. Orange, though. And then, so, you know what people should do, though, is, you know, the soup store meme?
I don't. No. Explain me a thing.
So basically, it's just a meme of, forget what it's called, but basically the Code Geass Abridged series, where it's the meme of, where are you? I'm shopping at Soup, or something, the soup store, or something like that.
Yeah, I think I heard that.
Yeah. So, like, I forgot what we were talking about before.
I want to say, where were you leading with this?
Talking about Orange.
I mean, I love the color orange.
Yeah,
it's not only a color, it's a fruit.
Well, besides that, Suzaku says, well, Lelouch is like, join me. Suzaku's like, no, I follow the rules. And then I was like, in my mind, I was like, oh my God, Suzaku's such a hall monitor.
I know.
God. He even said that he would turn them in. Oh my goodness, I hate Suzaku. I don't like Suzaku at all.
Okay, Suzaku versus Shiro Emiya.
Shiro.
Wow.
Shiro.
Yeah, wow.
Like, who do I like better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like Suzaku at all.
Who do you think would kiss better?
Shiro. Doesn't he have, like... Suzaku doesn't have any girlfriends.
Good point.
Shiro has multiple, so...
It's true. One of them is the King of England.
Yeah, that's always fun.
That's kind of a flex, though, right?
To be fair, Suzaku gets one on his own, and she has high status. But yeah, definitely Shiro. I just like Suzaku is totally necessary for the series. Don't get me wrong. So I don't think he's a bad character. I just don't. I just can't get into his mind. I could never do it.
Yeah. Well,
like I said, his whole goal doesn't seem like it's plausible. Oh yeah, and Pizza Girl showed up at the end.
At the very end,
yeah.
We get CC or C2.
Yeah. CC. Well, as well, we had a cameo in this episode from from
you
Toto.
Say her name one more fucking time.
No, flat. No.
What
was it?
You said it.
No.
Time to destroy.
What? She wasn't in this. She was in episode 2.
Yeah, huh?
Or no, episode 3, actually.
Destroy.
She's there. Go to 1059 on Crunchyroll. You will find it.
Oh my god.
You know it to be true. But yeah, no, Steve Blum. Steve Blum was in this.
Okay, so you're talking about Todo, the miracle worker.
Yeah.
The guy who doesn't do any miracles. Ever. But he has a cool nickname.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. How do you think he earned that nickname?
I don't know. Oh my god.
Oh god, what the fuck?
That scared the shit out of me. It wasn't even a kill part, it was just the music.
Time to kill who?
I'm sorry. Oh, is it not time to kill C? No, go back in your hole. Shit, I messed it all up.
You know what? You're fired.
Rightfully so. All right.
Yeah, Toto, yeah, I mean, he got that nickname because he, I don't know. Maybe he knows how to do plastic surgery good.
Yeah.
There you go. He turned some ugly guy into some beautiful Chad of a guy. And that's why they call him the miracle worker.
That'd be funny if that was true.
Yeah, he's like, this sword is for surgery.
Now hold still. One move, you're gonna be ugly, but you're gonna be beautiful with this sword.
Oh my god, it's like the guy in BioShock.
I met Steve Blum.
Really?
I sure did. I got a picture with him.
Hey. That's
see
a
if I
good voice there.
Let me see if I can find it. But yeah, it is. Oh, here he is. Let me send this to y'all.
Well, what did you guys think about anything? Any final thoughts? Actually,
The one girl is beautiful.
No final thoughts. I just this group right now, like this is the early stages of the group, and it's finally coming together. You know, Colin, Ogie, well, Zero at the helm, Colin. Oh, another detail I always like that I don't think I initially picked up on is when Lelouch talking to Colin on the radio, he calls her, like he gives everybody nicknames, and it's based on chess pieces. Because I believe he called Colin like Q1 or Q2, and because she's supposed to be the queen. And I think he called like one of the other important members, maybe like Ogie or something, like B something, supposed to, you know, representing the bishop. And then somebody got like K or like N something, you know. Well, I don't know if it was K or N. I think they had a little continuity error with that, but they were supposed to represent the knight and so forth. So not only does that reinforce the whole chess theme, it also kind of gives you an idea of the importance of the characters and what they'll serve, because Colin is a fighter.
Indeed.
Yes. And a nipplery.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, most specifically that one, actually. Actually, yeah. A lot of that, yeah.
You're going to jail now?
What'd I do?
Thank you. That's all we need to know. We got 'em, boys.
Well, I guess it is time to move on to our next show. On a main show, actually, now. Buddy Daddies. What'd you guys think about this one?
Oof. This is the best episode so far, in my opinion.
I was going to say the same thing. It's actually gotten better.
Yeah.
And I hate the mother.
Hate the mother. Probably want the child to die, but I don't hate her.
See, yeah, we had to have a deeper conversation about that, because you know what? I like what they did with it, because it really gave you the perspective of someone who's unfit to be a mother. Like the way she described how her child would laugh and smile, and how she wanted to just hit her for that. She's just not fit to be a mother, and it's all like some people aren't wired to handle that responsibility, and obviously she wasn't. And it's hard to, or it's easy just to say like she's a bad mother, just dismiss that. But what do you do when someone is a bad mother and they have a child to take care of in this situation? I mean, she pretty much did the best she could do, other than just straight up giving her up for adoption. Just let someone else take care of her, because she wasn't going to do a good job.
Yeah, she just pretty much pointed, go that way, daughter, and then that was essentially it. It's
brutal.
Sad. It is brutal.
Yep. Speaking of
Ray Papa.
Well,
Ray Papa.
Yeah, kind of using Ray as a trampoline at one point. But
kids do that.
Generally, Ray was tortured this episode.
Yeah, kids like to step on people. They don't know that you have nuts. It just happens.
Well, he also,
believe me, I know.
He also had a baby. He couldn't even sleep in his bathtub alone.
It's a weird sentence to say out loud.
I was thinking the same thing. That's a weird sentence to say out loud.
He couldn't even sleep.
Can a man not sleep in my own bathtub? Come on, God.
But to be fair, she was really adorable about it. But the next day was not so adorable. Kicking on the seats and stuff. I would turn around.
Backhand?
I would demolish that child.
Backhand.
But I think as well, the show starting to have more of an identity than just Spy X Family. It's starting to feel like its own thing. So that's good. It even has a banana reference.
Yeah, she likes bananas as much as Donkey Kong.
And big ass chocolate Cheerios, because that cereal was like huge. Those rings were huge.
Do you remember that cereal, the Oreo cereal?
I mean, I still eat it.
Is it? I thought they discontinued it.
Is it still
a thing?
They did at some point, then it came back. It probably came back in. I think it came back in like 2016, 2017, something like that.
There it is. I know what I'm getting tonight.
Oh my God, you're ready.
I mean, I thought they were discontinued. I love these things.
Yeah, I remember they used to have those. They used to have it in like, I don't know if you used to have these, but I used to go to like a corner store or something, and they used to have the small boxes of cereal, like 6 in a pack.
Oh yeah.
And Oreos used to be a part of it. It used to be like Oreos, Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes. I don't know if Cinnamon Toast was a part of it, but like all the big cereals, like probably Cheerios too.
Yeah.
Good times.
Yep. But yeah, this was definitely the best episode of Buddy Daddies. I was ready to come into this podcast thinking like, okay, this is the 3rd episode. I'm going to drop this. I'm ready to drop it. But I don't know. It was the whole conversation with the mother. It was really emotionally impactful. And then too, just like hearing how she says, the kid like crushed her dreams and stuff like that. Because yeah, kids are going to be draining on you to some degree. Kids are you're bringing life into the world. You're raising a child. It's a beautiful thing, but it's self-sacrifice that comes with it. It's not an easy thing at all. So like I said, some people they aren't for it. They aren't up to it. I still am. I still aren't. I'm 25. I'm still not up to that task. So like I said, getting her perspective on everything, it was like I couldn't really hate her. I dislike her, obviously, but I thought it was important to have that character's perspective in mind.
Yeah, this was pretty good.
I definitely get the perspective. I guess it just drives me crazy, especially, I don't know, like as a parent myself, like I feel like if you're a mother, you should have more of that bond with a child because that child grows inside you. But to just completely and totally just, nah, I don't want it. And I get it. There are people that are definitely not up to being kids and whatnot, but there are ways in which you can choose not to have a child, you know, because it's not a child's fault for being born into this world. Yeah. And now the kid doesn't have a dad or a mom that gives a shit. So, because one's dead and the other one's the other one just doesn't want her. So,
and then two, this doesn't excuse, you know, like how she treats her kid.
Yeah.
But she said when they were having a conversation, and this can be, it can be interpreted in multiple ways. I have like two in mind. She says that irresponsible bastard took advantage of me when she goes to say, like, you know, how the child was conceived and everything. So
yeah, and
like I said, it can be interpreted in two ways. One of which, if that it went that way, like I won't say it, but you can kind of understand where I'm going with it. If it happened in that way, then it becomes like a really dicey situation. Like I said, it still doesn't really excuse how she treats the child, because like you said, EA, a child doesn't choose to be born into the world, and like they're going to be your responsibility either way. But like I said, it really muddies the water, and it's just one of those things where it's like it's really easy to just judge her, but that's got to be tough. Like being crippled at the start of an absentee father, that's really tough.
Absolutely. I'm gonna say it now. If this woman comes back towards the end, all of a sudden wanting to be a mom again, which I'm thinking they might try to do that, I don't know what I'm gonna think. It's like, after what you just said, all of a sudden now you want to be a mom? This is not Hanabado, okay?
Oh my, no, okay, that was, oh god, that series is so bad. Just with that specific plot line, oh god.
Well, any final thoughts then?
I'm really glad that they start to give Ray more involvement in this story, because I just felt like he was decoration.
Same.
Until this point. But how do we feel about, or what do you think happened with Kazuki's family? Because when he's talking to Miri's like mother, she says it's always the ones with the loftiest ideals who bring the greatest misfortune to their families. And then they cut back to Kazuki thinking, I believe, because we know he had a family before. Like it was like this scene, I think, where his girlfriend, or you know, his significant other, going into a car and it blowing up or something like that. So I think like what they were trying to say is that his job, like someone was trying to aim for him or something, trying to kill him because of the shady business he does.
Yeah.
And they ended up killing his wife and child. I think that's what happened. I'm not entirely sure though.
Yeah.
And thinking about that, the money he's probably trying to give is the money to her family. Because I thought it was I thought he was trying to give money to her.
Wasn't she also like pregnant or like have a kid or whatever?
Yeah.
What if it's like another child? Somehow the kid survived the burn.
It's just what?
You know, because the car blew up. I'm just saying The kid is now just a little bit on fire, or burnt or a little crispy, but alive.
Yeah, it's Kane.
It might be an evil kid. They're gonna have like some edgy monologue, like how they survive through the burning flames of despair.
Oh God. You're right, though. See, it is Kane. Oh my God! And then the Undertaker comes out. If the Undertaker and Kane are in this series, automatically the best series of all time.
Well, I just think with what we know about Kazuki's past, or what we can speculate, Miri is supposed to be his do-over, in a sense, like his redemption into the softer side of him, because he kills people, but he ain't all that bad.
Yeah, you know? He buys ice cream.
Yeah, same with Ray. Oh, and baked potatoes.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sweet potatoes. I know. I'm starting to notice that's a thing. Like, I didn't even notice it was a thing until Komi-san, and now I see it in every fucking anime. I'm like, when was this a thing?
It's just,
gotta get you some potatoes.
I guess gotta get some of those baked potatoes. People actually, they don't have ice cream in Japan. Like we have ice cream man here in America. You're like, oh, ice cream man. They have potato dudes.
You wouldn't understand.
You don't get it.
I guess I don't.
Well, I guess now let's get into our next show of the evening, The Fire Hunter Episode 2. I'm all caught up on that.
Yep.
So, everything was great up until the very end when the action started happening.
When they fought.
I literally went, what the fuck is this?
Everything was good until the fire hunting happened.
Like, cause it was interesting because like they were doing the whole world building. They were building characters. I'm like, okay, I'm not too sure what's going on, but I can get behind at least like the character building and whatnot. But then all of a sudden, just like, oh God, here it's coming right for us, and it's just this fucking blob. Like, this is it. People are afraid of like smoky black blobs of monster.
I would be scared of that. Like, it was moving and like
listen,
the way it was moving, that was terrifying.
They may have just telegraphed that they're probably gonna like indefinitely delay this series.
Well, good. This will save us.
I feel like it's gonna continue on strong.
I feel like
it's gonna be fucking not even like filled in all the way. They'll do like shading and then it'll be like there's like color missing.
So this show doesn't make any sense. This is Sunny Boy. This is another Sunny Boy.
It's not. It's not.
Yeah, I don't think it's that confusing.
I don't
think
I feel like the first episode was really confusing. Second one was a lot more straightforward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first one it takes a minute to get into, but then the second one, yeah, I agree. It's more. We got brides, sacrifice, and we have puppy dog. Woof.
I don't know. I don't trust it.
You don't trust it.
I don't trust it. But yeah, no, I think this anime is okay. It's not solid. It isn't good. It isn't great. It's just okay for now. Besides the awful animation, which is just, I hope everything at that studio is going okay. That's usually never good.
The studio is gonna go bankrupt by the end of this fucking production. I swear to God.
I mean, see, you didn't like the intense toilet scrubbing still frame that we got.
Oh my God. I was watching this last night with a viewer, and we were very confused when it got to that part. We're like, what the fuck? What is happening?
Freaking did power clog the toilets?
Oh my God. Oh my God. You know what, EA? I read I'm caught up to Chainsaw Man now. Read the manga?
Yeah.
Power may be one of my favorite characters.
Really?
So just keep a lookout for that.
So you're saying she's no longer good for just clogging up toilets, eating chips, and having her boobs fondled.
Well, I also as well like Kobeni now. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, Satsuki!
I already knew he liked her.
Listen, I can't tell you why, but Satsuki knows.
I don't. But I just felt like I never understood the hatred for Kobeni, so this is a matter of waiting.
Anyways. Yeah. Actually, I don't have anything else to say. This show's just okay. I mean, I'm not interested in it really. I don't think I like this show as well. It's just okay. It's just okay. It's a bit mid, isn't it? Isn't it?
I would probably lean towards that. I mean, it's fine so far. I mean, its lease will be up next episode, so then we can have his judgment on it.
Yep. We'll see if it needs to renew its lease or if it's gonna have to get kicked to the fucking curb.
Yeah,
but
I did like the one bride, Banio. I think that was her name. I don't know. I liked her personality because she just shit talks the dog and is like, "Stop growling! You don't own the place." And then he actually stopped. I was like, "Whoa, Video! Whoever's getting married to you." They got to make an adjustment because they are not going to be, they are not going to be the dominant one.
Yep, that's for sure. They're gonna be like, okay, first things first, we're gonna clean up this whole place. Second of all, no touching anything from here.
Like Mob Psycho, yeah. Or the guy with the trash with the bad luck.
So yeah, this is I'm curious to see what happens. Like, the only reason I picked this show was, one, it was an original, and two, we saw a dog with a fucking scythe. I've yet to see that dog take that scythe and do something with it, but
he didn't even do anything with his owner, or as the other guy said, chaperone got punched. Do something, doggy.
I know, the dog just floats in the air for like 10 seconds and doesn't touch the ground. It's like, oh, I don't know what to think. So I think this one's treading. It's on thin ice.
Yeah, it's definitely in danger. So any viewers watching Fire Hunter, strap in, because if episode 3 doesn't, I think it's going to take a miracle, honestly. It probably has to blow us out of the water.
It's got to be the prophecy.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know how I'm feeling about it either. I don't know if I would go as far to kill it, but we'll have to see the next episode. Just because I think I like this episode more than the first.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the second one's better than the first one.
There we go. Okay, cool. Well, now let's talk about To Your Eternity, Season 2, Episode 13. What did you guys think about this one?
Woo! I know you had to like this episode, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was, we got Fushi getting pushed to his limits.
Yeah.
We're doing more world building.
Oh God.
Get it? Because he's rebuilding.
Yeah. Like city building.
He's like Civilization.
He's a Sims protagonist.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah. He really is like the Sims. He just speaks in the Sims. He's do Simlish. Freddy, is it Woody?
Yeah. So I like one of the weirdest parts I think is when Fushi goes up to Echo, and Echo's got the pot full of potatoes or whatever it is, and he eats them, and he's like, "This is awful." I'm like, "Damn." What did he doesn't. Echo?
He doesn't even try to like spare her or anything, or think to his mind like, "Oh, she's a kid. Maybe I shouldn't like be rude." This tastes like shit.
And then
this shit's disgusting.
And as well, I mean, in my opinion, I was pretty impressed with Echo in this episode. She and Arte could team up. They're strong.
And they could be potheads together.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
They could do like Arte could do like some clay pot work.
Yeah. And then they could talk to each other by just... I still don't know how that works. They just talk to each other through a pot, and then they see pictures. That's a weird way to talk. What do you speak? I speak potish or clay potish.
Clay pots.
How would you know if you're not saying anything offensive? Like you say something, it's like, how could you say that? Oh, he's a clayist.
Claybophobe.
Claybophobe. Clave.
I mean, we did have some Claybophobes. Like those 3 kids that called her a child of devil, like hit her with a rock or something.
Oh yeah.
They like threw water on her.
In. Yeah. Fushi has to step in. And then Kahaku is supposed to be protecting her, and I'm thinking in my mind, okay, you say that, but he didn't do anything throughout the episode when she was by herself. Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
All he does is think about Fushi and how to get with him. Or her. It.
Perona. The Perona form.
Yeah, he's probably really, really sexually frustrated at this point.
Yeah, he's like... I bet he's like, I like Perona, but I also like Fushi. I like all the forms. I even like you as a 3-year-old kid.
Oh yeah, March was in this episode.
Was she?
Yeah,
like a little bit. She saved the cat from the tree.
Yeah, she saved the cat from the tree.
True.
He was saving everybody that was in pain. Even if they like stubbed their toe on like a coffee table, it was like, here, let me help you.
Oh yeah. It's like this is probably what it's like to be Santa Claus, but
That's true. He knows when you're sleeping.
Well, I was thinking more of just like having to go everywhere and be everywhere all at once to get the gifts delivered and stuff.
Oh.
Like, it would have to be pretty crazy.
I was more thinking about like how he knows we've been bad or good. So does that mean he watches when we take a shit?
Is that being bad or good?
If you don't wipe, then you're on the naughty list.
It was pretty good just seeing like how Fushi was struggling with I guess taking on the responsibility of tending to everybody in pain while also, building the homes to spread more of his, this is gonna sound so weird, more of his essence, so he can pretty much cover the city.
Do you see how sticky that fruit was?
Yeah, they said it was a white film, and I was like,
yeah, and they don't even try to give a good explanation. They're just like, yeah, just deal with it. What?
I would be like, why? No, explain to me why my film is covered in white stringy stuff.
Yeah, there should be a bigger uproar about that, because it's like that for anything that you can pick up, remove, or anything like that. So if it's literally on anything, like just imagine, I don't know, like you're lifting up the couch to get a quarter that fell through or something, and then you just see that, and then you lift up the toilet seat, and then you see that.
Yeah.
And then you pull back the curtain, and then you see that. I'm like, at some point, I'm gonna go crazy.
I know. I'd be like, what is this white film? I don't understand. Did he just come in here and jizz all over everything? What happened?
He actually doesn't rebuild home. He just
just on him.
I mean, how do they know that he's actually rebuilding it? He could just be making like destruction sounds or something. I don't know. Well, some people actually destroy their homes before he gets there, so there's that. But
yeah,
that concept is funny.
This old man didn't do anything. He just went in and jizzed all over everything. What the hell?
On the day's work. Don't question the wise man.
Thank you. Come again.
I will. But yeah, I liked probably the almost tail end of the episode where the guys look over to Fushi and they're like, "Hey, this guy's a big fat pony." And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm Fushi. I don't care. Sell me out. I'm used to the hot iron. I'll be out of my cell in 2 days." I think this is what you wanted from Fushi, right, EA? Like for him to be more, I guess,
like
Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know, because I was waiting for him this whole time, and I'm
just for him.
Not just this episode, but I've noticed these past couple of episodes, he's kind of been more brash and just kind of more just like, you know what? I don't care what they think. I'm gonna do this. And even Peaches is like, "Don't do it." He's like, "You can't tell me what to do. You're not my real dad." And then storms off. I'm like, "Good for you, Fushi. Fuck that guy."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really happy to see Fushi's finally not giving a fuck, and you know, bro, that's a shame what happened to her.
Is it?
Yeah, she got crushed by the giant bear.
Honestly, I think we should redo the death and make it more severe. I think we should do like one where like we drop a nuke on her. That'd be cool.
Just one nuclear warhead?
Yeah, like a mini nuke.
Okay, a mini nuke from Fallout. Oh god.
What's the worst that could happen?
Radiation?
Yeah, but like,
don't do it in Radtown.
She'll be dead though.
Yeah, along with everyone else.
I like that they made
it's a sacrifice worth it.
I like that Fushi made a callback to his time with the booze man, where he couldn't cook either, and they said it like his food was awful. And you know, Echo was like, "Yeah, I'm not you, Fushi. My food is actually good when I have the right tools."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's got shark teeth too.
Mm-hmm. Her pupils also got bigger.
She's
randomly.
Gargura.
Oh,
Gargura?
That's one of those holo live characters.
Yeah, it's one of those holographic live characters. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking like that's why she can't talk, because she got them sharp fucked up teeth.
Yeah. Girl, Gargura can talk. She's a shark lady. But
yeah, look at that. Mouth is always full, and then she just makes noise, just going.
Father Fushi is cool Fushi.
Yeah. He's pretty enjoyable.
Now he's taken on another role of the family dynamic. He is a father, and that is his daughter.
Yep.
That's essentially what it is.
Yeah, and also in this episode,
we gotta pray that nothing bad happens to her.
Oh God, you know it is. When the Nokers come and they finally fight, I predict a shit ton of deaths. We're gonna see Chunker. He's gone. You know, a couple of other people are gonna get theirs. Probably even the princess, where you can't even see her face because she covers it. She's gonna get it.
What is with that subplot too? With as you say, chunkers, like him trying to get that one girl. Like they don't invest, like they're doing it, but they don't invest enough time for us to actually care. I wonder why they included him in this group.
Yeah, it was really random too. Like he's building all this stuff, and Chunker's like, "Hey, could you help me a second?" And then he just wants to look tough in front of this one girl. It's like, okay, That was important.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to go nowhere because, like you said, he looks like one of those characters that is primed to die.
Yeah, he almost reminds me of Sam from Game of Thrones. I swear to God, he looks just like him and acts like him too. I'm like, he's gonna die, but surprisingly, he never died in Game of Thrones. But in this one, he will die.
Well, probably all the warriors that we, at least the 3 that were brought to Fushi. They're gonna die.
Bro's gonna get it. Peaches.
You think TC Peach is gonna die?
I don't think so.
Probably not. He seems like the surviving type, but maybe Chair.
Oh God, not Chair.
No, Chair is in a different city.
Oh, that's true. Chair and Caillou are safe. So, okay, never mind.
Why would we blow up our only good chair? We need to sit sometime.
This is true, but it's not as padded as it used to be. It's a little hollow.
Yeah.
Well, any final thoughts on this episode of To Your Eternity?
Yeah,
It died.
I didn't think we were going to get back into this. It's getting interesting again. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did it at the right time, too, because we're in the stretch of it.
Yeah. What episode was this? 14?
13.
13?
Right? Yeah.
So we're almost done with it, too, which is even crazy.
Do we know if it's 20 episodes for sure?
It's 20, yeah. I double-checked.
Okay.
There you go.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, it's because the first season was 20 episodes and this one's 20.
Oh,
is this going to be like the longest running show on our podcast? Like as far as how many episodes we watched?
I think it's getting a 3rd season.
Is it really?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm just saying when it's all said and done, because that would be 40 episodes. Even with us watching stuff like Mob Psycho, because we didn't talk about the first season of Mob Psycho, but even if you included that, it only has like 12 episodes each season, 12 to 13, so that doesn't amount to 40. So I think this is going to be the longest running show on the podcast.
I think so, because Carol and Tuesday was like 24, 25.
Yep.
Yeah.
Damn. I cry. Well, next up on our list, we have, of course, Trigun Stampede, episode 3. This episode was fucking awesome. I watched this one in the server as well, and they had not seen Trigun, the original, or any of it, or any of Stampede. This is the first episode he watched, was episode 3, and he was like, this is really freaking cool. So what did you guys think about it?
I gotta sing its praises. Knives finally lives up to his name. I always had a problem with him being named Knives because he never once carried a damn knife. But in this episode, he actually has a shit ton of knives. And just like, this is everything he should have been in the original Trigun. He's menacing, he's just scary, takes control, like shows zero fear, and then just like doesn't care if you're a kid, a woman, a guy, he'll just straight up murder you. I love what they're doing with the character Knives in this episode, in this show, because you know how I felt from the original one. Legato was more interesting than Knives ever was in the original Trigun, but now I want to see more of Knives and what he does, because I was just like glued to the screen the whole time watching him going, what's he gonna do next? Like, just really good.
Yeah, and as well, I loved how brutal and violent and dark it was. It wasn't like you know, violence that happens off screen or something, or like, you know, like how they, you know, tried to get around it, right? this was like people's limbs were being like chopped off. You had this girl who died brutally, and like you kind of saw the way she died, and it's just horrible. It's just a very, very violent anime, and I think me and my subscriber last night that we were watching this, we were like, this episode really felt like a combination of like Mad Max and Star Wars.
That's a good way to put it. And one last thing I will say that they got right in this one too. They made the character in the wheel an actual cool character.
Yes.
They did more.
They fixed it
in this one. They fixed it. I mean, I know he eventually ended up dead, but still, like, he didn't last 2 seconds this time around and crashed into a wall stupidly. He was actually really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, holy shit, that's a cool looking character.
This is 3rd episode in a row now where I'm like, Trigun Stampede is fixing, like, air quotes, fixing things. Like, I guess reintroducing them in another way that makes it, in my opinion, better than the original. This happened 3 episodes for me, personally, now. So, I'm really pleased by this so far, this entire adaptation, and especially this episode.
Yeah, I'm quite surprised. I didn't know what to expect from this series, and I'm glad I'm glad I started watching this.
Well, I agree with what you guys are saying for the most part, especially how intimidating they're making Vash. I think already he is looking a lot more menacing than he did in the original. And QRW6 in the chat says this version of Nas gives the original a run for his money. The thing about Nas is that he wasn't bad or anything like that. It's just that you don't really get to see him being imposing until like the last couple of episodes of Trigun, and then by that time it feels like it's too late. They didn't really put his stamp on the series early on because, like EA said, in a lot of aspects it felt like he was overshadowed by Legato, who is his subordinate, and that really shouldn't happen. But while I think all of that is good, like they're doing better with the villains and everything, one thing that I feel is missing with the series that I've loved in the original Trigun, and I don't know if this is the same could be said about the manga because I only read a little bit of it. I really like the goofy, funny gag moments in Trigun, and that's been absent in this series, with the exception of the first episode. And I think that those type of scenes are what make Vash such a likable character to me. I think Vash so far has taken a little hit in the series because they're not allowing any of the slow moments, like what I would say are like the slice of life, quote unquote, moments for him to show different sides of his character. Because one thing that makes Vash is the fact that he can get out of situations in unconventional, weird, unorthodox, goofy ways. And that also builds into why his image doesn't match his reputation. Because when Millie or Meryl like look at him in the original series, like this is Vash the Stampede, like this guy, like this donut guy, this is supposed to be Vash. And like I said, that is really integral to his character, and I don't think it's there yet. It could be in the future. This could, like, this to me this felt like the ending of an arc. So by episode 4 they could start to build on the moments that I'm talking about. Well, like I said, just the first 3 episodes, I think Vash hasn't had as strong of a start or a strong impression that I had in the original series. Because I think from the jump, I already like Vash in the original series. And in this one, I'm like, I see Vash in there, but he isn't exactly how I or he isn't exactly the character I fell in love with so far. But that's just my take on it. I think the first 3 episodes though of this Trigun are still better than the original. So it's just one aspect of it.
No, I mean, I feel like they're definitely taking a different presentation with Vash this adaptation. He's much more depressed. He's got a much more. He's playing up that darker side from the original.
He's emo.
Yeah, he's a little emo. Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Hot topic, Vash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. And I think because of that, that's probably why we're not seeing a lot of those. But the fact that we saw one of them means I think we're going to continue to see it. So it could as well just be because, especially this episode, I don't think he would have had one anyways, just based off the way it was written, like to naturally be in it. But episode 2 for sure. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that, but I actually agree with that. That's a good catch.
No, that is a really good point, because I definitely feel like this whole, at least from the 3 episodes alone, has been a really dark take on Trigun. Because I feel like in the original, we didn't even get to these darker moments until like, I want to say like almost halfway through the series. And it's, you know, like we're already 3 episodes in and we got the most fucked up shit in episode 3.
Yeah.
So it's definitely a darker take.
I actually think like the whole thing of him destroying the village was early in Trigun, but because of how it was presented in this series, it felt a lot more personal. It just, because you're seeing people get ripped to shreds, and it's not happening in just one episode. Like, these is characters that we, you know, saw a lot in the previous episode, and I think too, in our minds, we're thinking like, oh my god, like I hope he doesn't kill like the pregnant lady at least, and she ends up surviving it.
Yeah, he kills her son.
Oh yeah, that's brutal.
That's so messed up.
Yeah, that last scene was great though. That last scene perfectly encapsulated that moment from the original one. Like they absolutely nailed that moment where, you know, it just feels like you feel really sorry for Vash in that moment, and it's unfair to Vash. But at the same time, for Rosa, it's not unfair for Rosa to want that. And it's just like, but at the same time, it's like, why are you doing this? This guy didn't do anything. It's like one of those things where it's just nobody wins. No one. And the person who probably comes off on the shorter end of the stick there is Vash. You know? Because he went through all of that, and at the very end of the day, he was kicked out pretty much. Sucks.
Yeah. They call him Vash to Stampede for a reason. The humanoid typhoon. It's as if like his existence is a plague, and anywhere he goes, situations like this happen. That's why he's afraid to build human connections, and that's why he moves town to town so frequently, because the minute he tries to establish himself anywhere, you know, Nas or one of his cronies or some random other person, you know, the misfortune follows him.
Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely the darker one so far.
On a side note, who's the old man, little girl, and giant?
Oh yeah, that's right.
Who the fuck are they?
I think they're
just showing. Oh, go ahead.
Well, I think the little girl is whatever type of aliens Vash and Knives are.
That's what I was thinking.
So she may be like, I don't know, like the Holy Grail of this series.
They possibly could be like, because I know we had like some anime original characters when we got what was Nas's group called? They had like a cool name.
The Sexy Sisters.
There was that guy that played the saxophone that was called like the Hippo of the East Bounds or whatever.
The Gung Ho Guns.
Oh,
that's what
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Gung Ho Guns.
they could possibly be like original members of the Gunko Guns. Obviously they're like Knives' group because they knew what was coming when he was about to destroy the village. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess that's who they are. They are the Gunko Guns.
Man, I just can't wait for the next episodes in this show. Like, I'm just so impressed by it more and more each week. But any final thoughts on Trigun Stampede episode 3?
No thoughts, man. Just sadness.
Yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot more than I thought I was going to, and if you can make the wheel guy character more interesting in that little bit than any of the original Trigun, then you've already won me over, because I even said it. I said that was the worst villain I've ever seen in my life. He lasted 2 seconds and then freaking died.
Yeah, I don't even like. What was his ability again?
Like
in the original?
Yeah,
like
in the original one.
Like he would become a ball and crash into things. I don't know.
Pinball guys.
I thought he shot like strings out or something, right?
He probably did.
He was so forgettable. Like, just I don't even know what he did. I just know that he was like, oh no, that samurai, and then like Wolfwood was racist against Japanese people. That's all I remember.
There you go.
I do like that Meryl. This is gonna sound weird because she doesn't have like the miniguns that she had in the original series, but she's more resourceful in this one because she's like helping out with a camera. It's just I like that, like using whatever she has on hand to help Vash along. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I like Meryl in this adaptation a lot so far. Actually, she's like, it's not a totally different, but it's a different take on her character. That's for sure. Because before she was,
they're not just making her the. I mean, she hasn't had as much as of a role, I feel, but I think the problem with Meryl in the original is that they just made her the typical tsundere type of character.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Vash-san.
He's great.
Yeah. And she doesn't automatically like him in that way either. I don't think she has any feelings for him whatsoever. She's just like, oh, that guy's a hipster.
Yeah. and she's not denying Vash's identity and doesn't know it. But clearly it's like that's Vash.
That too. Right, we're not in episode 10 where she's going, wow, he really is a humanoid typhoon. Wow.
Oh, good.
I still miss Millie though, damn it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, she's gonna be in this.
The void of Millie is, but okay, she could be in it, but she's not going to be as involved, I don't think.
I wouldn't even be surprised. This got a season 2. And they're like, let's just keep doing it. And then maybe that's where they put Millie.
And then that's when she comes in and she's like, hey guys, it's
Hello.
me. Oh, sorry. How can I forget?
Hello. No, that'll be like one of the greatest things ever if they were to like introduce like some, I don't know, some intern or something and it ends up being Millie. That'll be awesome.
And then she has to say it like that too. She has to say, hello, with her eyes closed and everything. Oh, it'd be the chair on top.
Right.
Yeah.
Take those pictures.
Meryl's great. She's cool. She gives me Bulma energy. Actually, I don't know why.
She does kind of remind me of Bulma.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, I guess let's now get into our last show.
Yep, the best one too.
God.
It feels like we only started like 10 minutes ago. But yeah, Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 3. This... Holy crap, I love this episode. I just loved all of the interactions between all the characters that happened. Like, all of them were interesting, I guess. They're all fascinating. Because, like, you had Olmar and the group of warriors. That was, like, just a cool interaction. Then you have Thorfinn and Einar, meet Arnheid. Is that how you say it? Arnheid or Arnheid? I don't know.
Arnheid?
I guess that's Arnheid. I'm not sure. I don't speak. Well, I guess.
We're talking about. Okay, yeah, the one that Einar likes. Yeah, I think it's Arnheid. Yeah, Arnheid. That's how I would say it.
Arnheid.
Oh, I like Arnheid. Because that's a Transformer name.
It probably doesn't matter. Everybody will remember or know who you're talking about.
Blonde girl who's also a slave, but she's a maid.
Yeah.
He's so beautiful.
Oh, he thought I looked cute.
So I liked that interaction just because of, well, one of the reasons is that. And then and then as well, the other reason why I like that interaction is because Thorfinn's like, I can feel something is off. Something is going down. And just, they were all fascinating. They were all just like, it felt really refreshing. This episode, I guess. But this is definitely my favorite episode of the season so far, I think.
Yeah, it definitely just shows the absolute defeatedness of Thorfinn and how even when a guy is slashing at him, he gives zero fucks. He's just like, just kill me. He got freaking... he got his ear sliced off. Oh my god. Where's Mike Tyson when you need him?
Oh my god. Yeah, I just want to give Thorfinn a hug. Just tell him everything's gonna be okay.
He even has like night terrors now.
Poor guy.
So you're seeing like someone like coping with the crazy life that he's led up to this point, where like all that stuff added up to him. Like when he was, Brat Thorfinn and everything, he was killing people, just thinking in his mind. Only mission that he cared about was avenging his father. But now that stuff is catching back up to him. Like that, it terrorizes him at night, thinking about all the stuff that he's done. And man, just the last scene, I think that's like one scene, if you ask Vinland Saga fans, like some of their favorite moments, that's like one scene that always sticks out to people, where he says like he has no joy in his life, and
so why would he be afraid of death?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other guy wanted to get a reaction out of him, and he's just like, I ain't giving you nothing.
Yeah, just because he didn't care. He was like, good.
Freaking,
you're doing a good thing.
He was willing to save Einar, so he's got a little bit of a heart. And it's almost kind of sick and funny in a way, where he's just like, we got a lot of work to do, so just go ahead and slice me.
Come on.
We got shit we gotta do. Just hurry up and carve me up like a turkey.
Yeah. That was a very brutal moment. I
want to know who that other guy is. The one Snake?
Snake, yeah. Snake!
They freaking... they saw him boss. And they were like, yeah. Hi, boss!
I think what's going to happen is by the end of this season, I think this entire family's dead.
You think so?
I think something bad's going to happen. I get Walking Dead arrive in a town for a season vibes.
Damn.
This is Walking Dead season 2. This farm's gonna go down.
But he told that one dude to stop, and then he like punched him and knocked out his teeth and everything. Freaking, I wonder what he's gonna do with Thorfinn. I mean, is he just gonna be like, let's clean you up and get you back because
he's gonna kiss
him? He did. I don't think he's gonna do that. I think maybe because he was, the masters, they were not theirs to kill, and I'm thinking maybe he's gonna like try to dress him up and maybe heal his wounds and stuff, and maybe they'll find his ear, or maybe he's just gonna be like old Holyfield. He got Holyfield. He's just not gonna have an ear anymore, part of an ear anymore.
Yeah. Kyle and Bell says, "Y'all have a good evening. I'm heading out. Kids got close to school tomorrow.
Later. Kisses."
QRW6 says Roberto dies and Millie's the new intern in season 2.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't either. Hello.
I got like a box of donuts.
Oh my god. Where are the donuts?
She has coffee and donuts for Meryl, the first. Oh, that would be great. That'd be great. We need it. Make it happen.
Yeah, make it happen, Orange.
I agree.
Speaking of Orange,
maybe
we were going to tell everyone about Orange.
Oh my god, maybe that's it. Maybe that's who Lelouch was talking about. Studio Orange. That's what the orange was.
Do you know of Orange? What the hell are you talking about?
They were hinting to Land of the Lustrous way ahead before anybody else.
Turns out Lelouch is just a really big fan of anime.
Yeah, man, I really fucking love Beastars.
The symbolism is so good, and none of you can know it.
Well, a lot of learning for our boy. Well, he's really nobody's boy, but I'm just talking. Oldmar came off as a brat in this episode, and yeah, it makes sense. He's romanticizing what these and that's a real thing. Like, people romanticize like the violence and terror that just people in general spread and try to frame it as a good thing. Omar's thinking like, I want to be a warrior. Why are you guys so content with just living peaceful on this farm? I want to go out there and kill people. And then the minute they say, okay, you want to be a man? All right, let's kill some people. He just freezes up. He starts shaking at the prospect. He starts flinching when Thorfinn is getting hurt. He's like, ouchie. Just, yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that from afar he's thinking, this looks cool. Then he sees it up close and personal for everything that it actually is and all the ugliness that comes with it. And he realizes that, yeah, maybe I should probably be a farmer.
He's like, there's nothing wrong with, picking wheat.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna do that instead.
Definitely more of his lane.
The beginning of the episode, or when Snake wakes up or whatever, he's like, Grandpa, make me some food. No, you lazy ass, do it yourself. I'm sure you can figure something out.
And then he's like, you woke up late. You should help with the crops, and then you'll get some food. But until then, you can do it your damn self. Yeah, I was wondering who he was too. I'm like, who's this guy? He has to be important somehow. Sure enough, I was like, oh, okay, he is important. Solid Snake.
What do you think? What do you think his role is going to be, or what do you think was the reason for punching that guy?
I definitely think it has to do with the fact that, okay, this group of people, they work for who's the owner's name? Kettle.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. So they're basically hired on by him, and they're supposed to be the bodyguards, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking because Kettle paid pretty good money for these slaves, and Thorfinn and Einar and all them, that if he kills them, cuts them up, does whatever, it's gonna fall back on them, and it's gonna make them look bad and make them look responsible. So he probably punched him in a way, basically saying, "What the fuck are you doing, you idiot? This is our livelihood. This is our jobs, and you're fucking it up."
Okay, so you're saying that like him coming from the perspective of like you're messing with the merchandise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think unless he knows Thorfinn as someone else, which I don't think he does, I just think he just looks at him as right, messing with the merchandise. Stop doing it, because if you end up killing or even like damaging the merchandise, Kettle's gonna find out and he's gonna fire us. That's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to be a part of my theory. How everyone's just going to die on the farm. I think they're probably going to be they're going to be a lot of conflict in this series. That's what I think.
But it's the farm arc. We farm here. That's what we do. That's all.
Not anymore.
This is the Farmville arc, where you got to share it on Facebook and have people water your crops.
Oh god.
Remember that was a fucking thing?
Yeah.
I can't
Your cousin
believe
is
it.
inviting you to farm. I don't give a fuck.
I know. I'm so glad they did away with that. I was like, if I see someone wanting me to harvest their crops one more time, I'm uninstalling the fucking game. I had to unfriend people because of that.
Yeah, because Facebook at a time didn't let you turn off those notifications. So.
Oh, those were known as the Dark Ages.
Yep.
Well,
is there anything else to talk about?
I don't think so.
This is my favorite show.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so you guys mentioned about like how Einar has like the fire in him and the passion and the will to live.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously this episode illustrated that Thorfinn doesn't have it. What do you think is going to take for him to reunite it if he does?
That's a very good question, because his only drive was trying to get revenge for his father, and now he doesn't have that now. So it's like, what else does this man have to live for? I mean, I honestly don't know. I feel like he's too far gone, but maybe, because I remember in season 1, he used to have, I guess, like dreams about his father, where his father would talk to him. So maybe his father comes to him in a dream and says something. See, what are you doing?
I don't know. The alarm just goes off all the time. I can't help it.
Oh, but yeah, he'll have his father come to him, whip him into shape, say, "Hey, stop feeling down on yourself. You didn't avenge me, but I'm alive inside you. Get your ass up. Let's do this.
Here's this crack pipe, son."
Okay, he's gonna turn to drugs.
Hey, Thorfinn's here. He has nothing to say, apparently.
I mean, maybe it'll make him more efficient at work. I don't know.
If anything, it'll make him like faster at chopping down the trees. Chop, 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 chop.
Yeah, be like a super mole.
Just.
Well, any final thoughts?
Man.
I think Ironhide is gonna do it with Einar, and then they're gonna have babies, and they're gonna be called Inner Einar.
What?
I don't. What does that even? What? First of all, he's gonna have sex with a transformer?
Yeah. I mean, the transformer can transform into anything he wants, and then the real woman he wants to have sex with is gonna go, "Einar, what are you doing?" And then he's gonna say, "Maximize," and then he's just gonna shoot a fat load.
This is gonna take a whole lot of energon and a whole lot of luck.
Oh shit.
Okay, I have a question I want to ask you guys about Einard, but I want to make sure I get her title right so I don't mess up this question. I'm gonna check episode 3 to make sure I got a title exactly right.
Her title, like where she's from?
No, because she's a slave, but she's like she has a specific thing.
I think she's like a maid.
She's
I remember her saying that.
She says she's an attendant to the master, like a personal attendant.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to say that, but I wasn't exactly sure, so I don't want to say it. What do you think that means?
What?
All right.
I mean, he's probably lonely. Does he have a wife?
I mean, he's got tons of kids. I'd suspect she's somewhere.
Well, it's possible she died. So, you know, he needs some attending to his genes.
I think it's probably because he's losing his mind or something. The farmer. And she's there to, like, guide him, like, just help him. And it's being kept a secret. And that is what is going to sow the destruction of this farm.
Yeah, it's all about sex.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Right. Well, is that it for Vinland Saga?
Yep. That's it.
R.I.P.
We're killing it.
Yep.
Well, I guess we've come to the end of the show. EA, where can I find you?
You can find me over at my channel, Everything Animated, where I have stuff and I do things and all kinds of magical whatevers. But more importantly, hey guys, did you know that we have an actual oh my god. TikTok.
Oh, hey!
Hey, did you know that we had a TikTok?
No, I didn't. I just found out. It's pretty great.
Well,
I've been listening to this new diss track called Fuck Lollies. It's missing a comma in there somewhere, I think, but it's pretty great.
Well, anyway, yeah, we have an actual TikTok, you know, where it's for the KOA podcast. It's wonderful clips and it's all kinds of fun, magical things that we do. I will link it here. There you go. Please be sure to follow that if you have not already. And yeah, that's what I got going for myself, because I'm the one that controls the TikTok.
So wow, you're taking over for Sean?
Oh, yeah, Sean used to
spent the entire podcast without mentioning that fuck.
He used to be in charge of it, but then I said, "Don't you have something important to do, like voice Berserk?" And he went, "Oh yeah," and then he left.
It's me, Sean.
Yeah. I guess this will lead into Satsuki. Light Ruler wants you to unblock him.
I saw in the chat. You know what, Light? I'll unblock you, but if you annoy me again, I'll block you again. So just know that you're on you're on a short lease.
Oh damn.
Damn. It's kind of.
I wonder what he did.
Yeah. What do you do?
You just annoyed me. That's it.
Oh wow. Fuck. Am I annoying you?
No. I give people a very I make it clear for people. Like I'll go in my chat or something, and I'd be like, please don't at me about something stupid. And then someone right after would like, you know, try to troll and then at me. So when they do stuff like that, I just block them. So
Brilliant.
that was the reason why like got blocked. But I'll unblock them, and if something similar happens, I'll just block them again. No biggie.
Wah, wah.
Well, I guess for me, I put up a video today on Vinland Saga Season 2, Episode 3. Wednesday, we're doing a video on Drum Island Part 3 of 5, so that should be fun. Getting through that pretty quick. Patrons, last night got Part 2 of my part 1 of my Arabasta review series. So there's that. And then there's going to be another video coming Thursday. It's a surprise though, but if you're into Attack on Titan, you'll enjoy it. So, all that being said, thanks everybody for watching. See you next week.
Man.
Yeah.